Welcome to the 1991 Review Channel, where we specialize in analyzing and reviewing Chinese 3D animation. Today's topic, the mysterious identity of Qin Mu, a legend from Yudu to the Great Ruins. Qin Mu, a name that resonates throughout the martial world, conceals a mysterious and fearsome identity, like a legend emerging from the darkness of Yudu and the ashes of the Great Ruins. He is no ordinary human, but a second consciousness, an entity born from the sealing and suffering of Qin Fengqin, the last descendant of the founding emperor who once ruled a glorious god dynasty. Long ago, the Great Ruins was not the desolate wasteland it is today, but the territory of the Qin clan, where Qin Yi, revered as a founding emperor, established a mighty god dynasty upon the ruins of the High Emperor's era. Qin Fengqin's father was Qin Hanjin, and his mother was Consort Jin, names that once shook the heavens. But times changed, and the heavenly court attacked from the outside. The founding emperor refused to submit, leading to the god dynasty's collapse, transforming it into the barren Great Ruins. The descendants of the founding emperor fled to Carefree Village, but while pregnant with Qin Fengqin, Qin Hanjin and Consort Jin were hunted by the heavenly court, forcing them to flee to Yudu, the gloomy netherworld filled with resentment and demons. Qin Fengqin was born in Yudu, becoming the first living being born from a womb in this land of the dead. At birth, he absorbed nearly half of Yudu's resentment, grievances, and demonic nature, turning him into a terrifying existence unbound by conventional cultivation realms. He was like the Earth Count, the Lord of Yudu, nearly invincible in this netherworld. Gods and devils from the heavenly court came to hunt him down, but Qin Fengqin devoured countless heavenly soldiers and generals, striking terror into their hearts. He also disrupted the interests of ancient beings in Yudu, forcing these titans to act, but in one-on-one combat, they all became his prey. Qin Fengqin's excessively rapid growth forced the Earth Count to take action. The Lord of Yudu sealed his demonic nature, divine nature, and memories, inadvertently also sealing his divine treasures, the reservoir of power within his body. In that instant, a second consciousness was born, Qin Mu. He was merely an accidental consciousness, yet he came to occupy the body and soul that originally belonged to Qin Fengqin. The Earth Count seal turned Qin Mu into a cursed being. He had no soul of his own, no natural divine treasures, and his cultivation path became 100 times more arduous than that of an ordinary person. Every time he tried to break through the wall of his spirit embryo to open a divine treasure, he would touch the Earth Count seal, invoking 9 layers of Yudu's god, or devil language, which pressed down on his soul like a mountain. No one could help him. He could only rely on himself. This forced Qin Mu to face challenges that even a genius would find nearly impossible to overcome. To protect her son, Consort Jin entrusted Qin Mu to an escort to take him out of Yudu and into the mortal world of the Great Ruins. The moment he set foot in the Great Ruins, Qin Mu's consciousness was officially born, but the heavenly court was relentless, continuing the pursuit to capture the Qin Fengqin within his body. Fortunately, they encountered Bai Chu, who was also being pursued by enemies. Seeing the pitiable state of Qin Mu and his escort, Bai Chu agreed to protect them, but his wounds were too severe. He passed away, only managing to use his powerful will to pull Qin Mu downriver. Granny Si, lurking in the shadows, found Qin Mu and took him back to raise him. Growing up, Qin Mu learned of his origins. He regarded Qin Fengqin, the consciousness sealed in his Yintang acupoint, the third eye area, as an older brother. Qin Hanjin and Consort Jin considered him their own son, but the heavenly court still came for him, wanting to capture Qin Fengqin. To protect his brother, Qin Mu personally gouged out his third eye, severing his entire soul to send Qin Fengqin back to Yudu, keeping only the body that was not his own. Thanks to the 3 primal spirits' indestructible divine treasure sutra and the limitless calamity sutra, he stabilized his consciousness. Finally, relying on an improved version of the Overlord Body 3 Elixirs technique, Qin Mu destroyed his celestial palaces and divine treasures, creating a new world within himself and forging a soul of his very own. From that point on, he was truly reborn, becoming a complete Qin Mu, possessing limitless potential and a mysterious identity tied to the fate of the Great Ruins and the Eternal Peace Empire. Qin Mu's identity is not just a story of a consciousness born from a seal, but also the journey of someone overcoming adversity, from the enchanting demonic world of Yudu to the desolate Great Ruins. He is a descendant of the founding emperor, the realmless monster that once terrified the heavenly court, and the one who dared confront destiny to recreate himself. Qin Mu is not just a name, but a symbol of resilience, ingenuity, and the strength to transcend all limitations. Thank you for watching my video. Remember to like and comment to give me more motivation to create new videos. For now, 1991 Review says goodbye and see you in the next video.